Now a tale of paradise lost. You may recall the wildfire that all but destroyed Paradise, California in 2018. Well, the town is slowly building back, but this time Ben Tracy shows us with wildfires in mind.
On the road to paradise, you can see signs of a comeback. And if you want to hear what that sounds like,
ma'am, are you finding everything you need okay?
All you have to do is visit the only hardware store in town.
If I ever get a house, I'm gonna have these.
Well, we're working on getting ours almost done. We're maybe a month away, so.
Mike Peterson manages this Ace hardware store that somehow survived the worst fire in California history. But like most people here, Peterson lost his home.
A year ago, these 3 homes here weren't there.
Now, when he looks out at his neighborhood, he sees all the skeptics being proven wrong.
You know, I think a lot of people had their doubts about how many people would rebuild. It's nice to see the progress, for sure.
Rebuilding this town nestled in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada was far from certain after paradise was lost to the inferno known as the Camp Fire. The 2018 blaze killed 85 people and destroyed nearly 20,000 homes and businesses.
So the old house sat here.
Peterson is not only rebuilding, he's building something he hopes will survive any future fires.
Do you feel like you're going to worry less about your home?
Yes, and my insurance company loves it.
He and his wife are about to move into this 2-bedroom house that looks a bit like a modern barn. They like the architecture, but the real selling point is that it's built not to burn.
It's non-combustible. It's a product that you can't really light on fire.
Vern Sneed is the owner of Design Horizons, a company building what it calls the Q Cabin, short for Quonset hut. It takes its name from Quonset Point, a naval facility in Rhode Island where these corrugated metal-roofed buildings were first made during World War II. Sneed says today's version costs about the same as a house built with conventional 2x4s.
So none of this can burn.
Correct. So we would have a non-combustible siding out here, then we've got our non-combustible sheathing, then we've got our non-combustible structure. So you would have to get through all of these non-combustible layers before you got to the inside.
Scientists say most homes ignite in wildfires because embers get into window frames or in between roof shingles. With the Q Cabin, those entry points don't exist.
And so I understand why you won't call this fireproof, because you can never guarantee that. Right. But this is about as close as you're going to get.
This is about as close as you can get.
Of course, getting too close to nature is part of the problem. Communities like Paradise are known as the wildland-urban interface, where the great outdoors collides with someone's front door.
You need to go!
Nearly 50 million U.S. homes are now in these areas, which are prone to wildfires.
When you see all of the natural disasters, especially a state like this is facing, and what we know is coming as climate change accelerates, is this the future of home building?
I think non-combustible housing is the future.
The Camp Fire left behind more than burned trees and empty lots. It also transformed a lot of the people here.
I think people just let go of their need to control, because we all learned that there is no such thing.
It's so exciting.
Gwen Nordgren is president of Paradise Lutheran Church. It's rebuilding too.
So this is our gorgeous building.
A 4-plex Q Cabin will replace the parsonage building that once housed their pastor and was lost in the fire.
Given what you've gone through, what is it like for people to see something being built out there?
Well, it isn't just something. It's something like this. We're so excited about, because it's all going to be new and beautiful and fire resistant, which is on most people's minds. It's really happening. Everybody's so excited.
They plan to rent it out to 4 families to generate income for the church, which lost nearly half its members after the fire. But now people are flooding back, making Paradise the fastest growing city in California.
Nobody who's here gave up. This is Paradise, brother. Nobody gives up. There's a spirit in this town that was here before the fire and that's here now, and it never went away.